Good morning, 6:37. Turning to farm news now. A U.S. House committee has voted to get rid of the country of origin labels on meat packages. The labels on beef, pork, and chicken tell consumers where the animals were born, raised, and slaughtered. House Ag Committee voted 38-6 to repeal the country of origin labeling law. That was just 2 days after the World Trade Organization ruled the U.S. labels put Canadian and Mexican livestock at a disadvantage. The law was initially written for the northern U.S. ranchers who compete with the Canadian cattle industry. Many in the U.S. meat industry, including meat processors who buy animals from abroad, had called for a repeal of the law. Another hot topic in the ag industry are GMO labeling laws. Valley News Team's 6:30 POV host Chris Berg caught up with Carl Peterson, CEO of Peterson Farm Seed here in North Dakota, to see whether or not he thinks GMO labeling should be a requirement.
There is voluntary non-GMO label. You can go into the store and you can look for and purchase non-GM foods if you choose to. They're there, they're labeled, and that's perfectly fine. Anybody that wants to label non-GMO is free to do so. What we're talking about is, should we require people to say that these contain GMOs? And the fact of the matter is 80% plus of the processed foods in the United States do in fact contain GM ingredients, because north of 90% of both corn and soybeans in the country are GM. So it's a pretty safe assumption that
you're eating it anyways. So you don't need a label. You can just assume that you are.
People have been eating it for more than 20 years, and once again, back to the science, with no detrimental effects.
Now, according to a recent poll done by the Associated Press, 66% of Americans favor requiring food manufacturers to label food products that contain genetically modified ingredients. Peterson says labeling our food should be based on science rather than a poll.
If you're an activist and you want to create some problems for GMOs, the first thing you might look is, well, let's look at the facts and the science. Well, the problem is, facts and the science say that GMOs are safe, okay? The second place you might look is look at the economics. Well, economics say we can't feed the world without using all the technologies. So the anti-GM crowd, they lose on the economics. So what's left? Well, we just have to demonize the opposition. So it's kind of a Alinsky tactic to say, hey, let's create artificial angst in people's minds about the safety of their food, where the science says none exist.
U.S. House is currently discussing the Safe and Accurate Food Labeling Act. It would be a national standard. Well, barley acres are on the rise across the Dakotas and Minnesota. USDA estimating 900,000 acres of barley in North Dakota, a 38% leap over last year and for the last decade.
Malting barley has shifted from a commodity crop to a specialty crop, and with that, the procurement mechanisms have changed from buying it as a commodity to purchasing it under production contract, very similar to confection sunflowers, dry edible beans, and other crops that growers are familiar working with. And with that, the malt industry has had basically a 180-degree spin in how they purchase, how they work with the growers, and it's been pretty positive. We've had some growing pains along the way, but it's been working very well.
And if the prices for barley stay up, they're going to need a lot of barley for the celebrations at the end of the season. California farmers in the California Delta say there were times this past year the San Joaquin River got so low they could see the bottom of it. Now, senior water right holders are being asked to conserve, and they're telling reporter Lee Martinez they're not surprised.
Farmer Paul Marchini is looking forward to his wheat drying out. He says that's when he can harvest. He only irrigates twice a year on this crop. Marchini and his neighbors say California's 4-year drought has never been a problem here.
We're in the Delta, so we've never had a situation where we've been a lack of water.
Delta farmers have senior water rights, priority access to water because their land sits on the river. But the winds of change have blown through the Delta. The state is now requiring them to report monthly water usage. To avoid deep cuts later, Delta farmers are volunteering to take a 25% water cut now.
Well, the alternative is the state come in there and say, sorry, there won't be any water, you can't divert it all. So they have the big stick is what it amounts to.
The farmers aren't particularly heartbroken losing the water. This farmer pulled out his walnut grove earlier this year. The fear is not the lack of water, but the quality.
We're dealing with a higher salt level, and that's basically because of the drought. Without the fresh water coming from the mountains, we don't have any way to dilute the salt that comes in from the ocean.
And some farmers would rather have nothing than put salt water on the ground, potentially ruining the soil for future crops.
Yet another dilemma for farmers in drought-plagued California. All right, time is 4:43. We're taking a break, and coming back, we're checking not only the soil temperatures, another beautiful day for getting some seed in the ground, but rain for the weekend. And we'll look at growing degree days for corn. Where do we stack up so far in the season?